Whatever you think of the president and his prospects to get reelected, or how the November elections look, it might be a moot point for the time being as far as historical figure, because he is about to pick a Supreme Court justice who, if it's a conservative choice, it's bound to be, it could have consequences for the makeup of the Supreme Court for a generation to come. Bill McGurn joins us, the Wall Street Journal editorial board member, with his take on that. So if everything were to stop right here, that's already historic.
Right. I mean, two choices, you really are affecting the Supreme Court. And it's not just the Supreme Court picks. Over the Obama years, the President Obama used his powers to change the appeals courts in many ways, to shift them with his appointments, legitimately so. And President Trump is doing that. I think he's had tremendous picks.
So looking at this, I mean, Democrats have already promised to fight like hell with this.
Right.
You saw the New York Daily News cover, and there have been a host of others that said much the same. The future of humanity is at stake, and on and on. Do you envision any Democratic votes for whoever the president picks?
Yes, I do. I do think it's going to be a fight. And I think one of the things that tells you is probably the Supreme Court is too much in our lives if this is at stake for them. But for Democrats, the Supreme Court is their favorite legislature, right? A lot easier to persuade 5 justices to do something than go through the difficult process of getting it enacted into law. But you know, we have 10 Democrat senators running in states that President Trump captured. I think it's going to be a very difficult vote for them. I'll give you an example. Joe Donnelly. I should preface
it, which is why Mitch McConnell wants that vote before the election.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Look, Joe Donnelly, you know, moderate in Indiana. He's in a tight race. If it's Amy Coney Barrett, it's someone from Notre Dame like him, I think he'd have a hard time voting against that.
If that person.
No, but even some of the others, I think it's going to put a lot of these Democrats who are more moderate in Trump states in a tough position between their base, which is really riled up, and getting reelected, which will require some more moderate votes. Remember, just a few months ago, we were told Conor Lamb was the new kind of thing, like you'd be against Nancy Pelosi, you'd be more moderate. Yeah. Now we're told it's, you know, all-out war on the Supreme Court nominee.
Does it feed the anger, in other words, that this, in a weird way, might help Democrats getting more of the enraged ones out to the polls, because this...
It might in a turnout, but it's not to say that Republicans won't turn out. I think the bigger argument is the bigger bet they're making in the House districts that are suburban, that college-educated women and so forth who might be more pro-choice than Republican women generally. This might help them, but that's a big, you know, that's a big if.
But you mentioned pro-choice women. I mean, would Republicans like Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, Susan Collins of Maine, who've made this an issue that's important to them, and it came up during the Gorsuch hearings, could the president lose their votes?
It's possible, but I think there will be some Democratic votes. I think the nominee is going to get through, and I think we have Chuck Schumer and Harry Reid to thank for that, for, you know, playing with the rules and putting the Republicans in a more favorable position.
They've been saying of the president on this and of Mitch McConnell on this, boy, you were hot to trot right now. To hold off on...
Yeah, it's ridiculous. As Ed Whalen pointed out for you, it's a ridiculous argument, and it shows you sort of the paucity of arguments that they have on their side.
It really is your sandbox if you're the party in power. You know, you realize that glaringly here.
Right, you know? Right, especially now with the rules in the Senate, no filibuster. So,
so it's a simple majority.
So it's hard, to put it this way, it's hard even for the Republicans to blow this one.
They have in the past. Well, watch what happens. Bill McGurn, the former speechwriter, also Wall Street Journal editorial board member, his read on things.